Hello and thanks for joining me for your practice today. Today's practice is focused around strengthening our core. So we'll be firming our belly muscles but also strengthening through our back. We're going to start today in tabletop. So on our hands and knees, wrists under the shoulders and our knees under the hips. So just take a moment here to stretch your crown forward. Stretch your tail back and connect to your breath. On your inhale, just broaden through the shoulders and relax the shoulders away from the ears on your exhale. On your next inhale, drop your belly to the mat and draw a line up to the sky with your nose. Hips go to the sky for cow. Exhale and tuck your chin to your chest for cat. Being guided by our breath here, inhaling, hips to the sky, looking forward or upward slightly for cow. And then exhaling, rounding through the back for cat. One more time, inhaling for cow. Belly drops towards the mat, hips to the sky. And then exhale, pushing the earth away from you and tucking in your tailbone, active through your core. And then inhaling, come back to tabletop. Warming up our arms and legs now. Inhale, stretch your right arm straight out in front of you, palm facing to the left. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can place that hand on the ground. We'll do it on the left side and really suck in the belly towards the spine as you're doing this. So stretch out your left arm out to palm faces to the right. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Replace that down on the ground. So just come back to neutral spine, stretching your crown forward, tailbone back. Now we'll stretch out the right leg. So the hips stay parallel with the mat. Stretching through your right heel, toes pointing down to the ground. For 5. Again, active through the core. 4, 3, 2, 1. And replace your knee under your hip. Left side. Stretch, stretch, stretch out your left heel, toes point down. For 5, 4, tucking navel to spine. 3, 2, 1. And bring your knee back down. Now you can do that sequence again. So right arm, right leg, left leg. Or you might like to double up and do opposite arms and legs. If you're doing that, whichever one you're doing, stretch forward with your hands and stretch back if you are choosing to do that with your opposite leg. I've got right arm, left foot. Stretching. 5, 4, really pull through your navel. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Other side. Left hand on left arm and right leg, pointing the toes down. For 5, 4, stretching, stretching. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Well done. We'll do that one more time on each side. Right arm, left leg, stretching diagonally across your body, active through your core, so tracking your navel towards your spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And the other side now, stretching out the arm, stretching the heel back if you're choosing to do that as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And replace your hand in your knee. Wonderful. Well done. Now we'll do thread the needle. So just stretching out your right arm to start with. In tabletop, inhale, stretch your right arm out to the side, up towards the ceiling, and then thread it under your left arm, palm up, and place your ear on the floor. And just breathe here, enjoying this gentle twist. On your next inhale, push through your left hand, unwind your right arm out to the side, up towards the ceiling, and exhale, return it back under your shoulder. Left arm now, inhale, stretch left arm out to the side, up to the ceiling, and then exhale, thread it under your right arm, palm facing up, left ear to the mat. Just track your left and right hips back towards your buttocks. Stretching through the shoulders. And on your next inhale, push up through the right arm, unwind your left arm up to the ceiling, and exhale back to the mat. Good work. Now just inhale, and on your exhale, tuck in your toes and hover your knees above the ground, engaging your core, looking straight down for 5, 4, 3, 2, you've got this, and 1. Relax down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, on the exhale, hover your knees above the mat for 5, 4, pressing through your fingertips, 2, and 1. And come back down to the mat. Well done. Inhale, and on your exhale, push up into downward facing dog. Hips go to the sky. Press through your fingertips. Press through your little finger and your thumb to take the pressure off your wrists. Track your head and chest towards the mat. Bend your knees towards your chest, chest towards your knees. And just gently start to straighten your legs, keeping your chest where it is, until you come into a gentle downward facing dog. You might still have a bend in your legs. Well done. Active through the core. Strong exercise through the whole of your core. Inhale, looking in between your hands, allow your knees to come down to the ground. And then swivel your legs to the side and have them out in front of you. For staff pose, Dandasana. So just sitting on your mat, your feet in front of you. You may have a bend in your leg, in your knees, just whatever suits you. And your toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And from here, we're going to put our feet flat on the mat, about hip width apart. Get them quite close to your buttocks. And take hold of the underside of your thighs with each hand and start to lean back so that your torso is on a diagonal. Tuck your chin in a little bit towards your chest to lengthen through the spine. Feel the crown of your head stretching up to the sky. Just stay here for a couple of minutes, for a couple of breaths. Active through your front body, broad across the chest, looking straight forward. And then lean forward and relax. You might like to give yourself a little hug. Bow your head towards your knees. Now we'll go into modified boat pose. So doing the same thing again, hands behind your thighs, leaning back on a diagonal, long neck. And this time, if you're comfortable doing it, raise one leg up off the ground. And just lean back active through that core. Focus on your breathing and put your leg down. Now we'll go the other side, so again leaning back, having your foot up so that your shin is parallel with the ground, firm through your stomach, knitting your ribs together, and relax that foot down. Give yourself a little hug. And now I'll have both legs off the ground. So again, leaning back so your torso is at a diagonal. If this is uncomfortable under your backside, you can just fold your mat up a few times to give yourself some cushioning. And do what we've done before, or if it serves you, you might like to lift both legs off the ground. So have a point in front of you that you can focus on, long through the neck and active in the core, and raise both legs for 5, 4, shoulders away from the ears, 3, 2, 1, and relax it down. Give yourself another hug. And then for the last boat pose, we'll actually do it with straight legs and arms out to the side, or do one of the other options that we've already covered. So your torso is on a diagonal, your legs are out, either bent or straight in front of you. And if it serves you, you might like to let go of your legs and have your hands, palms facing straight out, parallel with the mat, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1, and gently put your feet back on the mat. Give yourself a really good hug. Bring your knees in tight. Head goes to the knees, hugging your shins in. Wonderful. Now lying straight on the mat, flat back. And just make sure again that your crown is long. Tuck your chin in for a long neck. Have your hands next to you, palms down, pressing into the floor. Bring your knees in behind your buttocks, hip width apart. Inhale and press through your heels, raising your hips up to the sky for bridge pose. Pressing through your forearms, your upper arms, and broad across the chest. As you breathe in, take in that beautiful energy as you expand through your chest. Pushing your hips up to the sky. Stretch your tailbone down towards your heels. Take another deep breath. Keep looking straight up at the ceiling. And as you exhale, peel your spine back down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Just notice the lower back coming down to the mat in particular. And then rest so you have that small arch in your lower back. We'll do that one more time. So just have those hands close to your buttocks, palms down, pressing through your forearms, crown of your head. Inhale, pushing up through your heels, hips go to the sky, broad through the chest, for bridge pose. And if it serves you, you might like to clasp your hands under your buttocks, hovering above the mat, and pull them away from you to broaden further through your collarbone. Keep looking straight up at the ceiling. Inhale, expand through the chest. Exhale, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, expand through the chest. If you had your hands clasped, replace them on the mat. And then exhale, slowly come down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Wonderful. Keeping your legs as they are, cross your right leg over your left leg and drop both legs to the right. Have your hands in a T and look towards your left hand. Releasing through the core, releasing your back in this supine twist. Inhale, tuck your core in and bring both legs back to centre, head back to centre, and swap the cross. Left leg over right, drop both legs to the left, looking at your right hand. Inhale, come back to centre. Bring both legs in towards your chest. Hug your shins in towards you. And then unwind so that your calves are parallel with the mat and your thighs are vertical. And just have your hands on your thighs. Push your thighs towards your hands, hands towards your thighs. Just making sure that your lower back is touching the mat. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Keeping the lower back on the mat. Really active in your core. And relax. Hug your knees in again. You might like to rock from side to side. And then just send your left leg long and hug in your right knee. Bring it out towards your armpit. And then send it long. Bring your left knee in towards the chest. Clasping your hands around your shin, hug it in tight. Bring your left knee over to your armpit, stretching your right leg long. And then bring that left leg down to the mat for a few minutes of relaxation. Just dropping your feet out to the side, have your hands next to you, palms up. Either look up at the ceiling or close your eyes. And just take a round of breath here. Breathing in, expanding through the abdomen, the chest and the shoulders, filling up with air. When you're at the top, just stop and then breathe in a little more air. And then open your mouth and sigh it out. And then seal your lips. And just allow a peacefulness to descend. If you'd like to stay in relaxation for longer, please do so. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thanks for sharing your practice with me today. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and leave me a comment about what you'd like to work on next. Thanks. Bye.